Hello everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today, per your request, I'm going to be discussing and swatching the LEPAAR Tinted Soul Lip and Face Balms. They did recently launch 4 new shades, so we're going to do all 8 here in this video, which is fabulous. And if you are unfamiliar, they're also quite beautiful. So they come in this violet glass jar. They have these beautiful wax seals, which is a signature of the brand there on the top. And then when you open up, the beautiful product is revealed. It's a traditional pot style balm, but this is one that you could use on both your cheeks, eyes, face, lips, brows, whatever you want to do. This can be used for it. Now, as with most multi-use products, I will say I prefer these on the lips the way I'm going to show you them on my cheeks today. It is what I am wearing. I think that they look so beautiful, but is this a long wearing, incredibly pigmented, good for oily skin product? I do not think so, but I do like any product with a bit of versatility. That way, if you're in a pinch, you just have this and you need a little bit of extra blush or you want a little bit of extra glow, that is something you can do. I also think that these would be really great for sort of like a beach makeup. Just put on like SPF. You don't really have anything on underneath because these are more emollient. I do worry about what they are going to move long term underneath the makeup, but as you can see, they provide a really beautiful luminous glow, which is why I think that it would be more ideal for a more dry skin type. Now, though most of these hues are quite soft, they do say that they are formulated with edible mica, so it's just very natural, highlights your natural tone, is not this full-on punchy color, though some of these are quite buildable, and you will see that in the swatch photo down below and when I'm applying these on my lips. There's 8 different shades, like I said, and these are formulated with papaya seed extract. They're also formulated with calendula extract. These really basically just moisturize and protect the lips. There's a bunch of beautiful ingredients in here, but those are really the big call outs to me. Unfortunately, these aren't vegan because these are formulated with beeswax, but beeswax is also very nice on the skin if that is a product that you use. The fragrance of these is really, it smells more herbaceous than what I'm about to describe. It is a papaya, vanilla, and honey fragrance. A lot of the ingredients that it is formulated with, of course. And then there's a little bit of frankincense and myrrh. It's not very strong. So if you were sensitive to fragrance, when I was reading that fragrance description, I was like, oh, I don't really recall them smelling that potent and beautiful. It's because they don't, but I prefer that in a product. I don't like a heavily fragranced product at all. But these are 0.17 fluid ounces or 5 milliliters worth of product. So you're getting a nice hearty amount, and they retail for $20. Now, I want to swatch all of these on my lips. I'm gonna have a swatch photo for you down below. As far as how these feel, when you first apply them, they have a really nice cushion kind of aspect to it, but then they dry down a lot more velvety, which I actually like. So you can see it really just looks like my lips, but better. The mica, this is like the big point I wanted to make. The mica does not settle in the cracks of my lips. I have very naturally dry lips. I have a lot of lines in my lips. Nothing you could do, nothing that I lose sleep about at night, but I do notice when product does tend to sit in there, and sometimes a balm will go on really nice with this color, and then the balmy part will leave, and then you just have all of this mica sort of in the cracks of your lips. This wears really, really beautiful. For the cheeks, you know, it's a little bit tacky. It's very balmy. So I think that this is going to be so great as a winter product, as a very emollient, dewy, natural highlighter if that's something you like, and of course as a lip balm. I think is where this product really shines. So let's just jump right into the swatching on the lips portion of the video now, shall we? Right. We're gonna kick things off with the shade Amber. This is actually such a nice surprise for me. It's described as a translucent gold brown. I really like this on the lips. I think it's so summery. I think it's so J-Lo. I think it's so bronzy. And I also think that this would be a great one if you do want to play with it on the cheeks, maybe even just a little kiss of it on the eyes. I think this would be the perfect sort of multi-purpose kind of shade. And then we've got the shade Blossom. Blossom is a very sheer shade. It's described as a light pink shimmer. It's exactly that, but it's going to give you a little bit of moisture. It's going to give a little bit of milkiness to the lips. I know some people maybe have more pigmented lips that they want to tone down a little bit. This is going to be just perfect for that, but since it has a more sheer quality, it's not going to give that milkiness that maybe like a baby pink gloss or something would do, if you know what I mean. But really, really pretty, because I usually don't like those type of shades on me. And then we've got the shade Coral. Coral is one of the newer shades, and I did express this in my What's New video. It's described as like a 50s inspired beige orange. I don't think it's 50s at all. I think of Joan from Mad Men when I think of 50s. This really is a beige tone, but a little bit of warmth. So if you're looking for a warm tone nude, I think that this is going to be gorgeous. This one I think is going to be a little bit too pale there on the cheeks. This one I would kind of stick to the lips, or maybe even use this as a highlight sort of shade, because it's got a little kiss of warm tone to it. I think it could be a nice blush topper. And then we've got the shade Gold. Gold is one of the shades that I mentioned I think would be so gorgeous on a rich skin. It is a true blue golden tone. Nice, warm, pretty. This one was a little too all in, all over the lips for me, but I think, let's take actually a little bit right now. I think on the center, yeah, that is so pretty. To do like a sunsetty look, give a little bit of dimension. I really like to see how these products can work for me, especially grabbing a sample and doing something like that will really just maybe push you outside of your comfort zone, or of course like you don't have your wallet invested, so you feel more maybe willing to play. I think this is a great shade to play with, especially when it is a warm and toasty outside. Maybe you're getting a little bit more color on the skin. This is what I used on my cheeks, again, for that little additional highlight, and I think it looks really pretty. And then we have the shade Nude. Nude is just quite a nude shade. A little bit of a rosy tone here, but really almost fleshy. This one's gonna be perfect on the lips with a little bit of liner, just to give you a little bit of something. And then we've got the shade Rose. Rose is what I have on my cheeks today. Rose is described as a soft, rosy shade, so it's gonna give you a little bit of that pink hue. This one's nice and buildable. Actually, when I put it on my cheeks, I scooped a little bit out with my nail, and I kind of worked it in the back of my hand, building up a little bit of product at a time so I could also build up that pigment. It is mica in here, so you want to make sure that it's evenly distributed. But I love this. It's a perfect everyday, gonna work on just about everyone type of shade. It's that perfect in between. And then we've got the shade Ruby. Ruby is my favorite shade. Ruby's what I have on right now, but I did add a little bit of that gold, and I did blot a little bit of it off. I wanted it to be a little bit more natural, but Ruby's gonna give you more color, and Ruby is what I used on the back of my cheeks here. It really helped make that show up a little bit on the cheeks. Still nice and natural. Definitely looks sun-kissed if you were on vacation. It's gonna be gorgeous on the lips and the cheeks. The perfect subtle amount of color and super easy to reapply. And then finally we've got the shade Tangerine, and Tangerine is described as a joyous orange, and I just think that's such a sweet description. What I like about this Tangerine shade is that it's so warm, and I think that this would also look gorgeous on the cheeks. Could also be a really great highlight option on someone of a more rich skin tone. This one I also love on the lips. This and Ruby are my favorite. They're also the two deepest in the shade range, so I think that they make the best blush options if you wanted to explore that avenue as well. But that's it, everyone. That is all 8 shades. We are keeping it as short and sweet as possible. Like I said, I do love these predominantly on the lips, but I love the idea of playing with these in a warm climate and a minimal makeup day. You want to pack just like a handful of items. You want it to look like you've got nothing on the skin. These are going to be perfect for you. Or if you just want a really hydrating, beautifully made balm with gorgeous ingredients, and a really lovely array of colors, that could be great for you as well. So as always, there's gonna be a swatch photo of all 8 shades down below. What I really like about these is even though some are quite subtle, there is variety amongst the shades. There is pigment behind them. It's not nothing. It shows up on the lips as well. which I like. They're buildable products, so do bear that in mind. Maybe you just need a little bit more. Maybe you're applying it too light-handed. But I think that they're really fun. I think that they're really beautiful. I am really loving it on my cheeks right now, but again, I'll probably use it as a blush topper, almost like an RMS living luminizer type of thing, because I love that radiant finish on the skin as someone with dry, dehydrated skin, all of that stuff. But that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for requesting this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you would not mind giving the video a big thumbs up, subscribe. I do upload new videos here every single week, and I don't want you guys to miss them. As always, direct link, swatch photo, all of that is going to be down below, as well as all of our social media handles. Please do make sure to check us out there. There's also our newsletter. You'll be able to be notified of when videos go live from me, new products are launched, sales from Integrity Botanicals, all of that good stuff, so you don't want to miss it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of the consistent love and support, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.